Hey y'all,
this is Dee.
And this is Shelby.
And
we're from Bitch Please.
Welcome back to another episode. I'm not numbering them anymore because you can look and see what they are.
I'm pretty sure it's like 29.
Yeah, it's only 29.
I was like, still. But I only know that because she numbered it.
Yeah.
Yay.
So they're numbered. But today's a new day. We're here. Pride Month ended, so it's now the 1st.
Boring. Worst. Not a fan. Want to go back to Pride Month.
Up. I forgot about
4th of July.
4th of July.
Well, I don't care about 4th of July.
We went free.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't care about 4th of July. Don't care. Don't support.
But yeah.
Yeah.
How are your screws?
We went in hard. My screws are really good.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. My screws are good.
Good.
It's been a chill day. Today was my Friday, and I'm off for 3 days.
Yeah, you are.
And I love that. I'm about to be a dirty, disgusting potato and just lay on my couch and read my books and chill.
It's gonna be a nice time.
Live my best life that way. Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'll be at work.
Have fun. I'll be there after the holiday, so I know that's gonna be wild. We'll be there together.
Yeah. We'll be there together.
It's gonna be great. How are your screws?
My screws are fine. They were great before we start talking about you not being at work and I'm having to be at work.
Why are you being aggressive? You said my screws are fine.
They're fine. My screws are fine. Sorry. My screws are fine. I am okay today. I'm here and I'm excited for the day.
That's the most phony shit I've ever heard.
I actually had something I was about to say, but I forgot what it was. So I'm just like, but my shoes are good. I feel like today's been fairly chill. Not too much stuff like going on or whatever, which is cool. I don't know. I've been kind of in like a weird funk lately, and like it's just kind of weird where I'm at right now, and I'm not even sure really why I'm there. I mean, I do know why I'm there, but I'm getting out of it. Yeah. Which is cool. So all that to say, I'm fine.
Girl.
I'm good.
Listen. See, the thing is, like, I'm fine today, but like the last week, I have not been okay.
Yeah.
It was a wild ride emotionally for me, but I'm okay today.
Hormones. And that's all that matters.
Hormones.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, all right. We're doing something new for the very first time.
Hello.
It made it seem like we were going to do something like spiritual, but we're not.
We're not.
We're just going to be talking shit about what we would fuck if they were human beings.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so my sister came into town. I'm going to explain. Because the way she explained it was weird as shit.
It's the same shit.
Okay.
So good.
But the way my sister explained it is it's a game called Hear Me Out. And it's like you have to pick like the most outrageous thing that you would sleep with, or a person or cartoon character or whatever. And it's like, hear me out, but then you give your person, right? So I said one of mine, right? Just to kind of start off. Hear me out. The Monopoly guy from Ace Ventura Pet Detective. You know the one with the monocle where he comes up? That one. Say you wouldn't. Say you wouldn't. If given the chance, just to say it. That guy is a hear me out. But like Seth Rogen, like some people be like, oh, Seth Rogen's a hear me out. No, anybody would fuck Seth Rogen. Like he you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It can't be like that.
Yeah.
But the Monopoly guy?
Yeah.
That's a hear me out.
That's a hard pass for me. That's a hard pass.
That's a hear me out. What is it?
I forgot his name. Skip, Skylark from Fairly Odd Parents.
That's a good one.
In me. Yes, Skip.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a fucking good one, bro. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Stoop Kid. So, Stoop Kid. Okay. Definitely Stoop Kid from Hey Arnold.
He was just misunderstood.
He was just misunderstood.
He just needed to be loved the right way.
All right. You got another one?
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Okay, you remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Uh-huh.
Roger Rabbit.
Well, that's obvious.
Is that an obvious
Everybody
one?
would fuck Roger Rabbit.
Really?
I'd fuck Roger Rabbit. Hell yeah.
I mean, okay, so let me think of it.
He was goofy.
He was so goofy, but he loved his woman down.
Yeah, he did. That's why I
the
would be
type of
like,
support I need.
yeah. Don't we all though? Don't we all?
All right, homie, the Rock Man from the Marvel movies, Korg.
That's a good one.
He's like a big, strong man.
Yeah, and then he's got that weird voice.
Yeah.
The weird voice kind of does it for me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just big.
Yeah. Okay, all right. This is my last one. This is my last one. Hear me out. The pig from Shrek with the weird Swedish accent.
Yes. He looks like he would just take care of you. Just like, you want breakfast, babe? What can I
But
do?
with that accent?
With the accent. I'll carry you to the restroom if you need. Like, thanks, babe. Thanks so much.
That one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's funny. That was funny.
Do you got another one or no?
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
The frog from the WB. The W party.
That's perfection. That's so good. That's perfect. That's so good.
Man.
Oh, fuck.
Where's he at? I wonder where he's at these
I don't
days.
know, but you need to put that picture up.
The WB.
You need to put that picture up.
Oh, man.
Fuck. Oh, God, that's a good
was a good
segment. That's a good segment. All right, since we opened up with something nice, light, and happy and fluffy. All right, Dee, if you could go back in time 10 years
That's all I have to do.
and talk to yourself 10 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
What I would tell myself 10 years, if I went in the past and talked to myself 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, what would you
Okay.
tell yourself?
I would tell myself, 10 years ago, I was 25. Right before, so this is before I moved out here and everything. Actually, probably in the process of me moving out here. Anyway, I would tell myself to value myself a little bit more, a lot of bit more, to really sit in who I am and be comfortable with who I am and not have to worry about like other people's thoughts and things about me. I mean, I was already kind of starting to get to that point already.
Yeah.
But I think I would really kind of be like, hey girl,
Yeah.
you are who you are, and like it's actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like settle into it now.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to figure it out in your 30s.
Yes, 100%.
The other thing I would tell myself is, hey girl, something's going to happen with you that you are not expecting.
Yeah.
A couple of things are going to happen with you that you never thought would happen.
Yeah.
Buckle in, bitch, because it's about to get real.
It's about to get real.
But you're strong and you're going to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And just know that you're still a great person, no matter like how you feel about things.
Yeah.
You're still a woman. You're still, like I would just really maybe prepare myself for what's to come.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things that have happened in the last 10 years are things I would have never seen coming.
Yeah.
With like the HS and with the hysterectomy and all of those things.
Yeah.
Like I would really try to be like, hey girl, like now's the time to really settle in.
Yeah.
And realize like the stuff that you're going through right now is nothing compared to the shit that you're about to go through, but also you can do it and be prepared. And also, the end is coming for the HS specifically. Like the end is coming, kind of.
Yeah.
And don't be so worried about what's going on. It's all going to change.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel like I went in circles.
That's okay. I think 25-year-old you would be really happy about it.
Yeah. I think 25-year-old me be like, girl, okay.
Sit down and be quiet.
Right. Did we get married or not? Like, girl,
Bitch.
no.
No.
You wasn't even on that. Stop.
No. Goddamn.
But, yeah, I think that's what I would tell my 25-year-old self is like, you got this. Like, just give it a second.
Give it a beat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell your 23-year-old self?
Mm-hmm. It is not that deep. It is not that deep. None of it's that deep. Don't take everything so seriously. Take a deep breath. Calm down. You're fine. It's going to be okay. Also, value yourself more Because if I had valued myself more, I would not have stayed in that whole fucking relationship for 10 years. So don't take anything that's bare min. You deserve more than that. And get rid of your mom. Don't talk to her. Stop talking to her now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I would have it would have been different.
Yeah.
But I think my life would have been totally different. Like, stop taking things so serious. Stop putting so much on yourself. And just relax and enjoy your 20s.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like my entire 20s were just anxiety and stress and what I need to do next and what's next and the thing next, blah, 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 as opposed to just being like, girl, shut up, sit down and relax. Like, I learned how to relax so far in my 30s. I'm still learning how to relax.
Same.
But it's like, you know, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Relax. Cool. Calm down.
Yeah.
And 23-year-old me would be like, bitch, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Get out my face.
Yeah.
You don't know what I have to go through.
Yeah.
But he loves me.
Yeah. I mean, I was single 10 years ago. Like, same. No.
10 years ago is when I was like, I think we have been together for like maybe a year. And at that point I was like, I don't know if I should be with this man. Well, stayed for 9 more years. So
Yeah.
let it be that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Take a deep breath. And tomorrow's going to come anyways.
Yeah, I think that is an interesting question always, because you kind of hear it in different ways where it's like, what would you tell your 10-year-old self? What would you tell yourself 5 years ago? What would you tell yourself? You know, things like that. And I think it's always interesting because it's like the older you get, the more experience you have and the things that you're noticing about life. You're like, you know, I was real pressed about this and it's not even that deep, or I never saw an end to this. And
Exactly.
And you know what I mean? Like, it's always interesting to have that extra time to be like, you know, if you just wait a little bit longer, shit does change. Stuff can get worse, stuff can get different, but it does eventually change, and it's not the end of, you know, the world, because whatever. So, I think
I know what you were gonna say. You were talking. I said, tomorrow's gonna come anyways.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say tomorrow is gonna come anyways, but then it's like also like it may not.
It might not.
Be dark, but
yeah,
like,
I mean it might not, but also like
Lord willing, you're gonna wake up the next day and be able to do the same fuck shit.
The next day. But even if it doesn't come, it's still not that deep. It's not, you could die tomorrow. It's not that deep. Yeah. Enjoy what you got going on in your life today.
And I think that is probably the biggest part of it, is enjoying the time that you have. And I feel like we talk about this so much, but it is very, very true. Like, you don't know when the end is going to be for you. You always assume that you're going to be out here forever and always, and that may not always be the case.
Absolutely.
But it is cool to be able to look back and be like, yeah, 25-year-old me would have never guessed that I would be where I'm at right now.
Hell no.
Like, ever.
No, absolutely not. I thought I was going to have some kids.
I didn't think I was going to do that, but
I did. I thought I was going to be married with at least 1 or 2 kids.
I can honestly say, especially then, 25, I didn't think I was going to be married. I didn't think I was going to have kids. I mean, all of which I still don't have.
I also thought I would be a doctor by now.
I didn't think I was going to do that. The only thing, and I know this is going to kind of transition to, you know, our next topic. The only thing that I absolutely knew for certain, no matter how many times I was denied, was that I was going to work at where we work now. Yeah. I didn't know how I was going to get there. Yeah. But that's all I was thinking. Like, that's where I was at. Yeah. Also, the other thing I would have told myself is to talk more to my grandma Clay. Yeah. That was my girl. And like, we talked a lot, but I don't think we talked enough for the amount of time that we had left. And I would have really loved, I do wish she was still alive so she could see some of the things that I've done in the last 10 years, but yeah, you know, she watching. Yeah, she watching. I be wearing her shoes sometimes. So yeah. She comes with you. Yeah, she does. But yeah, I mean, yeah, life be lifing. That's what I would do. Yeah. Same. Cool. Yeah. Great. All right.
Next topic.
So, a question was posed to us by, actually, surprisingly enough, our boss.
Oh, yes, that's right.
That's where this came from. Where we were talking about happiness, fulfillment, and success, and what that looks like for everybody, and how it's different for each person, and all of that. So, before we get into like now, in your 20s, what did it look like for you to be happy, fulfilled, and successful in your 20s?
Making money.
Okay.
Solely, that was it. I just wanted to have a good paying job, make money, be with the person that I was with, and that was it. And I didn't care how hard I had to work or what I had to do. I just wanted to make money.
Yeah.
So that's still a thing. It's still a motivating factor in my life. But
fair.
yeah, that's how it was for me. For me then, happiness and fulfillment looked like a life full of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like being able to buy the things that I wanted and stuff like that. Because I mean, at 23, I was a year sober, and I always been poor. So like I never really had money to buy things or buy shoes or buy the stuff that I wanted. And that's all I wanted, was to be able to have that. And that's all I was focused on. So it was like grind. That was it.
Yeah.
That was happiness and fulfillment for me.
No, I get it. I totally get it. What about success? Like, what did success look like for you?
The house, the good job, all of that. It was all external shit that I was looking at. So the house, the job, the, you know, husband or partner or whatever at the time, and, you know, just having somebody there who's gonna grind with me.
Yeah.
That's what success looked like for me, and being able to pay my own bills and being able to have extra money to do things. Like, it was just very focused on material shit because I never was able to really have material shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
What about you?
In my 20s, I feel like if I go with like early 20s, so like pre-college.
Yeah.
I mean, not pre-college, in college. I would say that my happiness and things that fulfilled me were, I hate to say this, but the things that made me happy were things that were harmful to me.
Yeah.
I think my idea of success and for me was to graduate college. That's like literally as far as I got.
Yeah.
And then as it got closer to me graduating college, it was like, all right, so now you're going to get this job that you're promised.
Yeah.
You're going to get this job because you went to school, and everybody's going to be like, oh, you have this degree, please welcome in.
Yeah.
And it was a harsh reality to be like, no.
Yeah.
You need 14 years of experience, 2 years in the circus, a master's in psychology, and a business degree. And you need to donate your firstborn. Yeah. And I was like, wait, I don't even have, I'm not that old to be having all these things. 14 years
I'm
of
trying.
experience?
I just want to be there. Yeah.
I don't have it. I'm 23. Like, I don't know what to say.
Exactly.
But that was kind of the thing for me, was like, get out of college and get this job that you want.
Yeah.
And that was kind of where it stopped for me. That was, I mean, I was always working. That's the thing too, is like, I was working just so I could have money and like pay for stuff. But I wasn't being like really smart about it. Yeah. And so, but in my head, that was like success. Like, I'm doing school. I'm going to graduate. I'm making some money. Yeah. And that's where I'm going to be at. Yeah. You know? Absolutely. Definitely changed as I got older though.
Absolutely.
It definitely, I mean, still not going to lie. Money is still important as far as like making it. But it's changed. So for you from 20s to 30s, how has that transition been for you? Like, what is your now idea of success, fulfillment, and happiness?
I mean, money, like you said, money is still a factor, like, because we have to have money to be able to like survive. You know, I don't want to be homeless again, so you have to have money to be able to survive. But honestly, happiness, fulfillment, success, all of that for me is just peace. That's all I'm looking for now, is just peace. Like, life is crazy and chaotic. Am I at where I want it to be? Am I a whole doctor? Am I doing all the things? No. Does it matter? No. Am I happy? Yeah. You know, I'm living my life. I'm doing the things that I want to do. Adventure is something that's like a big thing for me. Going to see stuff, going out, like, you know, listening to experiences, the memories that I want to build, so that when I'm in, you know, God willing, if I could make it in my 60s and 70s, I can be like, yo, I lived a whole life. I did this. I went here. I went there. You know, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. The money, the material stuff, all of that, I don't really give a fuck about anymore. Like, I could take it or leave it. Don't get me wrong. I like my skincare routine. So that's still there. But no, I that's what I'm looking for. Like, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Happiness, fulfillment, success just looks like peace. Being able to go to sleep at night and know that I did my best for the day.
Yeah.
And I took time for myself and I took care of me. That's what it looks like.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't need the big fancy shit anymore. I don't want the white picket fence.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
No, I get it. I feel like for me, happiness is peace.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness is definitely peace. And you know, like, honestly, like, being successful is weird for me, because successful is not necessarily about my career anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about how I am doing internally,
Like your own personal
my
goals.
own personal goals.
Yes.
Like, how am I doing on that aspect? You know, I went back and forth for a long time about, like, oh, am I going to go get more schooling? Am I going to change jobs? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that?
Yeah.
And I think lately I've been realizing, like, I am happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
I like the work that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily want to do more. I don't want to do less. I like to make more money.
Facts.
But, like, I'm also not super pressed. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I've been wanting to do, and I'm finally doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually good.
Yeah.
And I'm able to do the other things that I like painting and doing the podcast. And just whatever, you know, that is making me happy. I will say this, though. Even though I don't want to particularly do this, having a partner would be really dope.
Yeah.
I don't particularly want to date.
Understandable.
If I'm being honest.
Dating is trash.
I don't really want to do that, but that is something that has changed for me, where I wasn't really pressed about it before. As I get older, I'm realizing, like, it would be cool to have somebody to be with. I don't necessarily need to get married. Yeah. But just having, like, somebody to do life with. Yeah. I think that would be, you know, a kind of a culmination of all the stuff, because when I was in my 20s, I was so focused on work. Like, yeah, I had relationships and stuff like that, but like, those came and went, and it wasn't really, there was nothing there for that, because we were young, and, you know, there's only but so much you can do when you're younger. Yeah. But I think that now, even though I'm working and things like that, and that's still very much a priority, my focus is not so centered around my job. It's now like, what is my life kind of overall goal looking like? Like, what is, am I going to be alone forever in my 40s? You know what I mean? Or am I going to be alone forever in my 60s and 70s? Like, you know, that's the kind of things that I've been thinking about a lot. And, like, what does that look like for me? And it's going to require me to talk to people and, like, leave the house or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
But, you know, those are the things. I'm not super pressed about it. I don't feel like I'll be, like, upset if I don't. Yeah. But it is something that I'm looking at differently than I used to.
Absolutely. That makes sense.
Again, not something I want to do.
Yeah. No, dating is shit. Dating is shit. Honestly, you know, but you have to sift through the trash to find the good things.
You do. And I think the reason why dating is so bad, it's not that people are, like, trashy. Like, there are trash people that are out there. I think it's because the mindset is so different than it used to be. And not that it's been any better or worse, but it's just the mindset is so different, where you could be trying to give your all to somebody, and it's either not reciprocated, or it's people are playing games, or, like, whatever the situation may be. So you're always kind of in this, like,
or it's like, I want you but not right now.
That, like, it's always kind of like a battle, bitch. It's kind of like a little battle where you're trying to figure out, you know, like, the tug and pull. And I get that that's a thing in relationships, but it feels like it's, I don't want to say, I mean, it does. It sometimes feels like a game, depending on, like, who you date and how you date. And that may go to my picker, which is fine. That is very plausible. Yeah. But also, like, I'm just like, you can't get a good idea of, like, what's going on with people. I mean, a few years ago, I was dating and like, was going out with people, and it was just weird. Like, the stuff that they were wanting to talk about and discuss and figure out, like, why did I say talk about and discuss? That was stupid. It's the same shit. That was stupid. But cool, keep it rolling. The things that they wanted to talk about, and the things that they were wanting to do, and I'm like, are we serious right now? Yeah. Like, at our age, are we really serious right now? Yeah. So, I think, so, I'm sorry if I feel like I'm talking in circles a little bit, and I hope it's coming across clear, but I do feel like I'm talking in circles. And if I'm just being honest, the first question got me a little bit. Yeah. Because there are things that I never thought would happen. Yeah. And just thinking about it.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to be, you know, where I'm at, regardless of all the stuff that has happened and the things that I have lost, but also the stuff that I've gained. And I think it just kind of put me in a little bit of a mindset where I'm like not here. Like I'm here, but I'm like, it just put me somewhere. And it got me a little bit more emotional than I expected.
Yeah.
So sorry if I'm talking in circles. It's not my intent, but it put me in a place, and I'm a little bit sad, but I'm very happy about. Yeah. I am very happy about things.
Yeah.
It's just, I was like, whew.
Yeah.
25-year-old me would have never guessed. I think the big part of it, and I am going to try my best not to cry.
Yeah.
I think the big part of it, and this is only dealing with my HS, I never thought I would not be in pain. Yeah. Never in my life could I see that. Never did I see me not leaking. Never did I not see me like not being in pain. Never did I think I would be comfortable with myself. Like I just didn't see those things happening. Yeah. So to be here now and to think of talking to my 25-year-old self and being like, girl, just hold on a little bit longer. Yeah. Because it was only like, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years later, and we found this doctor and all that. Yeah. Like, just hold on, girl. Like, you got it. Like, I know it's hard, but you'll be fine. Like, stuff that you didn't even imagine is about to happen. Yeah. And it's going to be great. Yeah. So I think that's... Yeah, let me shut up. Got you a little in your feels. It did get me a little in my feels, and I didn't know it got me in my feels until I was talking. I was like, why do I sound like that? Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry.
Well, because that's a big deal. I mean, you lived your whole life in pain, and now you still have it, but you don't have it as bad as you did.
Bad, nowhere near as bad. And I mean, the other thing, was that fireworks?
Yeah, listen.
It's the first.
My neighborhood does fireworks from the 1st to like July 1st to probably like September 15th. So it'll be going on for at least like 2 months. That's me being dramatic because I'm Puerto Rican, but it's just it goes on for at least a week and a half.
Girl, you're lucky because over on our area it doesn't end until like the end of July.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. They do this shit. It'll happen all week.
Yeah, it's insane. I just never thought. Yeah. I really never thought. A lot of the stuff that's happened, I just never really expected it. And
yeah. No, I understand.
You know, there was a lot of like nights crying and being upset and all this other stuff and having no idea what was to come. And it's like so funny because the things that you're concerned about, the things that you're worried about at, you know, whatever age you're at, as you get older, like it wasn't that deep. Like it was a big deal, but it actually wasn't that deep. Stuff keeps advancing, things change, like your feelings change about things, like so much happens within, I mean, honestly, a span of a year, 2 years, 3, you know, it changes so much.
Shit changes a lot.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it because I was a year sober and I didn't think I was going to stay sober. And I knew if I went back out, I wasn't going to come back in. I was going to die out there. So it's like, I get it. Put me in my feels a little bit too. Yeah. Because it's like, hey, 10 plus years sober now. It's wild.
It's wild to think about like, hey, we made it. Like, and again, like you said, maybe not where we thought we would be, but definitely somewhere different. Yeah. Like, I couldn't have predicted this at all.
No, not at all. Look at us on a podcast.
I know. I would have never predicted anything that has happened over the last couple of years, honestly. So, yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I don't know. I like my life.
I do. I like the life that I have. Even with its twists and turns. Yeah. I am grateful. It's never a dull moment. Yeah. It is just something to be said about where we're at, considering where we were.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And not to say that it takes years to change. Not that it says that it takes, you know, it could be day to day. Yeah. You know, it is still appreciated. Whatever growth that you have is amazing. Like,
it's amazing.
Don't ever, and I am horrible with this, and she'll tell you, I take everything that I do for like it's no big deal. Like I do. I just be like, I mean, I didn't. It was just, you know,
it is what it is.
And y'all be like, no, it was this is a big deal. And I'm like, oh, you're right. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know, so
she just be going through life like,
I try not to get too excited. I'm about to tell y'all all about myself.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, you know, I'm so used to, I just stopped getting excited about stuff. Yeah. I did because I felt like I would get let down so much and so often that I didn't feel the need to get excited anymore. And, and honestly, a big chunk of that started with trying to get where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I had a lot of rejection from multiple places in multiple states and multiple cities and things like that, where I was just like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I still was like, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. And I got there in the weirdest way possible, but I got there.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, no. I understand. I understand that. And I want to say, like, the whole partner thing, like, kind of going back to what you were talking about having a partner. It's after being married and being with somebody for as long as I was with that person, like, granted, was it a great marriage? Nah. No, it wasn't. But was he my best friend? Was I doing life with my best friend at the time? Hell yeah. I had a person that I could come to and talk to about everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, we would laugh and we would joke. And, like, it wasn't always terrible. It wasn't, I mean, the end was kind of shit. But having somebody there and, like, somebody who knew the ins and outs of you, somebody who, you know, would be like, oh, I got it if you don't have it. Or, oh, this is, you know, having that support is nice. It's nice. And, you know, I know I talked a lot of shit. But I think I might be a relationship person because we were talking about this today. I think I might be a little bit of a relationship person because I like that. I like having a partner. I like having somebody to share life with. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to be married. I don't want to be married again. And I don't need to do all that. But having that partner and having somebody to do life with and be able to come home and be like, this is what happened at my day. This is what I got to do. This is it. You know, look at, you know, for you, for instance, look at what I painted today, you know, and just somebody to support and hype you up. That's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope to have.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
But I will never take bare minimum again.
Yeah.
Never take bare minimum.
Don't take the bare minimum.
Sorry.
Don't take the
I
bare
should have
minimum.
Disney Point. Disney Point. You've never done that? Disney Point?
No.
2 fingers because 1 finger is supposed to be offensive. Some people take it offensively. So you got to do Disney Point, 2 fingers. I worked at Disney.
Don't take whatever you said.
Don't take bare minimum. I think, like, a successful relationship looks like communication, looks like understanding, looks like love, looks like, you know, space when it's needed, you know. That I feel like that looks like a successful relationship. Do I need to have a relationship to feel successful or happy or fulfilled in my life? No.
I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's like I could take it or leave it. Like, cool if I'm in one, cool if I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But it would be nice to have
It
one.
would be nice to have that person that you can go to. But, now I remember what I was going to say. I think one of the things that has changed for me, not that it was like a huge thing before either.
Yeah.
But it was a thing where I was like, I want a partner. I want somebody to do life. And I still want those things, but I'm not super pressed about it. But I have noticed that a lot of the people that I've been reaching out more to in regards to just talking and things like that are my friends.
Yeah.
My friends have been, like, they've always been super important to me.
Yeah.
But they have become more important than they probably used to be. Maybe because I'm just getting older and I'm realizing we're all getting older.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to have that little tribe of people, especially when you don't have a partner, it's like, it's extremely helpful.
Yeah.
And you have your own little, like, community of your besties that are helping you through life. And it's cool in that aspect because honestly, and I used to say this all the time, and that's probably why I'm where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be a little churchy.
That's okay.
It was, what is it? The I don't even remember it for all the words, but something about the spirit of singleness is given to certain folks. I used to say all that all the time, like, I might be one of those people that was given the spirit of singleness. Like, I used to say that all the time. And I'm like, yo, I spoke that shit because ain't no way. All of this.
Yes. all it is. All it is.
Listen. But, I did. I used to say that a lot. And I'm like, maybe that is probably, you know.
I don't know. I think when you do find your person, because I'm sure there's a person out there for you.
I'm sure.
If and when you do find your person, I think because you've taken so much time for yourself and you are in a place where you're like, I don't need things from you. I want you to be there. That shit's going to be dope when it happens. You know, it's going to be fucking dope. And I'm going to be here.
I don't know. And the only reason I say that is because there's two parts of this. For the person that I am with, they may not like that because I have been single for so long. Yeah. And so the things that I do and how I move are going to be kind of wrapped up in that since I have been single for so long. The other part of that is I don't want to disrupt my peace because I have been single so long.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I can keep taking the time, which is great and I'm enjoying, but it's like, do I even bother?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I want to.
You know, my dad says the same thing ever since he got divorced from my mom. He's like, I've been single for so long, I just don't want anybody in my space anymore.
And that's what I'm not worried about it because I don't think that's a bad thing, honestly. Yeah. But the longer I stay single, the more and more I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. Like, I could just not. I can have my friends and y'all can have y'all's relationships. Yeah. And I will just be there as the third, fourth, fifth wheel. Mm-hmm. Chilling. Yeah. Enjoying my little drink.
I don't know. I think you say that now until you meet the right person.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because if you find somebody to match your weird and your energy and your need for space. But yeah, happiness, fulfillment, success, it all looks way different today than it used to look for me. And I'm pretty content with where my life's at. Like, you know, the job that I'm in is what I wanted to do. Same. Even if I went to med school. This is what I wanted to do. Would I like to make more money? Hell yeah. Is money like a driving factor for me all the time? No. But it helps. It pays the bills. Yeah. Pays my bills, allows me to travel, allows me to do the things that I want to do in life. Yeah. So yeah, but it's not like how I used to be where I was like grind, no sleep, 2 hours of sleep, get up, go do shit, go to your third job, go to your fourth job, go, you know, it's not like that anymore for me. It's like now I only have 2 jobs, you know, and it's like, I'm not pressed. I'm not worried like I used to be. I'm not like it has to be this way or my life is going to end. It's chill.
Yeah. No, I agree. I was super far from the mic. Oh. No, I agree with you because I feel like those things are just different things become a point of matter. Like that's where your focus is at. And mm-hmm. It looks different for everybody. And it's so funny because the reason this conversation came up is because me and her were talking about her friend and how her friend like is her idea of success and fulfillment is her relationship. Yeah. That was her focus. She's like, I have the career that I have. And it's cool. I'm not looking to go up. I'm not looking to change jobs. Yeah. She's like, I'm good where I'm at. Yeah. She's like, my focus is my man. Yeah. And I was like, you better, my man. My man.
Whatever. It, girl. Yeah. I mean, whatever is going to make you happy, follow that shit. Yeah. Like, that's what it is, you know? And I think for me, the most important thing in my life today is my mental health. Yeah. Which is not always what it's been. My mental health has always been put on a back burner. Like, I'd go to therapy, but I never took therapy seriously. Same. So it was like, my mental health is a huge priority to me. And if I have shit in my life that is fucking up my mental health, it's got to get out. You cannot be here in my life anymore. Yeah. Because I have lived my life through, you know, putting everybody else's shit first, everybody first. But like my mental health is number one. Yeah. And if I'm not doing good and I don't feel right and I've made plans with you and I'm like, nah, I will cancel in a heartbeat today. As opposed to being like, no, sack up, don't be a bitch and go out and like go chill with the person. No, if I'm not feeling it and I can't go out and give you my 100% or I feel like I'm going to come home and I feel like I'm going to be depleted, absolutely not. I'm going to cancel on you. Because my mental health is important to me. Yeah. Because if I don't have that right, I go back to dissociating. If I don't have that right, you know what I mean? Like, I go back to feeling like shit and being depressed. And I don't want that. I want peace in my life. And with peace, I have to get this right first before I can have peace. Absolutely. Because it doesn't matter. If this isn't right, everything in my life could be going fine, but I'm fucking it up and I'm self-sabotaging. But if this is right and my whole life is on fire, I can handle shit. No problem.
No, absolutely.
No problem.
That mental health like balance is huge.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I
couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it right. Yeah. But I don't know. It's different. It's just different.
It is different. And it is, you know, it's different for everybody.
It is.
So what do you guys feel about, you know, success, fulfillment, and happiness? What does that look like to you? Mm-hmm. What is making all of those things feel great in your life right now? Mm-hmm. Like, is it your relationship? Is it your job? Is it your extracurricular activities? Is it your friends?
Yep.
Is it your family? That is something else that I think I didn't realize until I got older. Yeah. My family is really important. Yes. And not that they haven't always been important, but I don't think I understood the value of them until later in life.
And how
those that were super valuable are no longer here, and
Yeah.
it made me appreciate them even more.
Exactly.
You know, the conversations and just the things that you hear from them,
and the memories that you build, because that's what's gonna last the longest.
Yeah, my memory is shit, but I do remember some stuff.
Yeah, facts. I don't be lately. I haven't been remembering anything.
Not like the best, but I remember what I need to remember.
Yeah.
So I think that is key.
Yeah.
So,
I would like to address the comment.
What comment?
That was made on YouTube a couple episodes ago.
Go ahead, girl. You get it off your chest.
I'm gonna just say this. There was a comment that was made, that was posted on one of our YouTube episodes.
I think it was an episode
on our channel
that we spoke on women something.
Yeah, we were talking about women or whatever, and it was a nice comment, but then it was like. It was like a compliment sandwich. There was like a compasalt. Yeah. So it was said that we just shit on men basically all the time. I don't feel like we shit on men. I feel like, especially in some of our more recent episodes, we've talked a lot about women and like building women up and what we have to go through as women. I think if there are people out there, and correct me if you disagree, if there are people out there who think we are shitting on men, we are just talking about our experiences. That's what we're talking about. And unfortunately, the men that we have come in contact with, at least for me in my experience, have not been the best. So it's not me shitting on men as a whole population, although I feel like majority of men are shit. So, but, you know, I actually think in that episode we were talking about how men need to be complimented more.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So I think it just really depends on what perspective you're hearing it from. Because when we were talking in that episode, we were talking about how men need to be complimented more, and how men need to be a little bit loved on more, and feel safe and vulnerable, and all these other things. And they heard or you know, got back that we were talking shit, and it wasn't really for that episode in particular. Yeah, I don't think it was. That maybe wasn't the best episode to comment on. Yeah. Which is fine. You comment on whatever you feel like commenting.
We appreciate it. Comment as much as you want, because we like your opinion. And the fact that you did sit there and say that, you know, we kind of shit on men, it did make us pause and stop and think about what we were saying. It did. But that episode in particular was definitely talking about men needing to be complimented more. We were talking about how they need to be gassed up more and have more compliments and feel loved and feel vulnerable and allowed to have a safe space to be able to communicate, because men don't get that. A lot of men think, you know, communication, being emotional is being a bitch or being whatever. You know, you got to be a man about shit, and you don't have to. You can just talk about your feelings, and that's cool. Yeah. And that should be allowed for men. Mm-hmm. But it did make us stop and think about.
It did, because we were like, wait, were we talking shit?
Yeah.
We may have been.
We may have been. Because, you know, listen, our experiences haven't been the best. So all we can comment on is our experience. But we do appreciate the comments regardless, whether or not, you know, you agree with what we're saying or not. We do appreciate it. But I did want to address it, because that one particular episode we were trying to talk about how men needed more.
This is why you don't ever compliment a man, because he always fighting on the foot.
That's why you ain't get shit.
Just to bring him down.
Fuck all y'all. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, I just wanted to address that because I felt like it needed to be addressed. But it's appreciated nonetheless, because we do love the feedback and we like to hear about what everybody has to say, good or bad, whether we agree or not. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And honestly, it gives a conversation, because we can have these conversations with each other and also check ourselves if we are, you know, are absolutely doing that shit.
Because we might be being a little emotional.
And that is not like unheard of. Yeah. You know, so it's please share those things with us. But also, if you want to talk about something, if you think there's something that we maybe missed the mark on, if you want to give your input on it, if you know, have ideas that you're like, hey, maybe you guys can look into this, maybe you guys should do some more research on X, Y, and Z, we'll do it.
Hell yeah. And we'll follow back up. We will have a corrections corner here, and we will go ahead and swoop in and say, you know, give the correct information. But we just approve. I mean, I think I didn't agree with the comment, but I appreciated the feedback nonetheless, because it made me be able to stop and pause and think about shit. So
so thank you, because we wanted to mention it.
Yeah.
But also, like, fuck you for opening it. I'm kidding. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. And thank you for watching and listening and enjoying, and hopefully you get laughs and all that.
Hell
good
yeah.
stuff.
Hell yeah.
We hope to keep you entertained.
Yes.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here
entertainment.
for. Entertainment.
Something I did want to bring up. This
is
not a comment related, but I just wanted to bring it up. We were getting ready for an episode, and homie was like, "Y'all don't have to get that dressed up. Just throw this to the sun." And we're like, "No, but we got to because we're women.
Yeah,
we have to look a certain way, even though we are in t-shirts and jeans and things like that." There's been comments about how we appear on screen.
Yes, and
just to kind of say something about that, we gonna appear how the fuck we feel.
Hell yeah,
honestly, we are gonna be dressed how we're gonna dress. We're gonna have makeup on, or we might not have makeup on. We're gonna have our hair looking however the fuck we feel.
Yeah.
So thank you, but also we not doing that shit. If
no,
you don't like it, don't watch.
Exactly.
That's all I gotta say.
Exactly.
Not to end on a nasty note, but that's all I gotta say.
That's facts. We're not gonna end on a nasty note because I want to completely do a 180 on this whole conversation and talk about the Celine Dion documentary.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet.
Damn.
I didn't watch it yet because I told you I wasn't ready to cry.
All right. I'm not going to say nothing until you watch it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say nothing until you watch it. But you need to watch that shit.
I'm going to watch it, but maybe just not this week.
Okay. That's fine. Understandable.
I'm absolutely not watching it this week.
That's okay.
But
that's okay.
Because I know it's going to make me cry.
Yes.
Because
right off the bat.
Homegirl's got a lot of stuff going on.
Right off the bat. Yeah. And I think it might actually hit a little home for you.
Yeah. I mean, I know she's got some shit.
Yeah.
I remember when they released, not the documentary, but when they released her illness. And I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. So, it's bad. Anyways, we'll talk about it next time.
But yeah, we'll bring it up next time.
But is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Are we good? Did you want to have something else you want to say?
I don't know if I want to say something.
You took a big breath in, like you were gonna say something, and I cut you off. So we've said this before in a couple other episodes. We are gonna go live on Thursdays at
7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. So live on Thursdays at 7 p.m. And that's gonna be starting July 18th. It's going to be on Twitch and YouTube, so you can watch us on there. We're going to start announcing more and more, but we have definitely been in the works of doing that. Be prepared. There is a lot that we fucking cut out. And I'm going to try my best because it's been suggested not to curse. So I'm going to do my very best not to do that, but that's hard as shit. So, see?
She'll be like, boop, 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 boop.
So we're going to go live July 18th is when we're going to go live. And we hope you guys are going to be there and watch us and check us out and be able to see all the unedited, raw, uncut versions of us being wild.
And you guys can talk to us while we're on the show.
Hell yeah.
So,
we're like super excited about it.
We'll be able to answer right as we're streaming. And so, you know, if you guys have questions in there, that'd be really cool to be able to interact with one another. So please join us when we do that on the 18th. Yep.
And if you miss the live, it's cool because the edited version is still going to be on YouTube. But if you want to actually see the raw, uncut bullshit that we talk about, you can go to our Patreon and check it out on there.
And we'll have the, it's not up on there yet, but the Patreon will be linked to our Instagram in our bio.
Yes.
So you'll be able to like just tap and go to the Patreon.
Yep.
All right.
Well, we love you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Please continue to leave comments and give us feedback. We love it. Oh, I wanted to say we did get some good feedback on our last video.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you to those. I don't know what the fuck we did different, but we did something different apparently, and it looked great. So we set everything up the same way we did last time and hope that works out.
I just want to say, literally nothing changed. Like, I cleaned the camera a little bit.
Yes.
That was the only thing that changed. I don't know why it looks different. I'm glad that it does, and that's great. And thank you guys for the feedback.
Hell yeah.
We just hoping this episode come out to look like it too, because again,
I
don't know what was done. I saved it the same way. I edited it the same way. I used the same program.
Yep.
So hopefully, the rest of our episodes look like this last one did.
Hopefully.
So,
fingers crossed.
If it doesn't, please comment that it looks like shit so we can know what to do better.
Absolutely.
If you have some tips and tricks, please send those to us as well.
Please send it. Yes. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good shit. And, hit us up if you have any feedback. Love you. Bye.